Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to another session of Supermind Live and Mastery Academy weekly Facebook Live. If you can hear my voice and see my video clearly, kindly help me to press a one so that I know it's working fine. At the same time, please help us to like, share, and tag your friends so that more friends can uh, sh- get to know about today's topics. Okay, so I think today's topic is quite interesting. Okay, hi Linky, hi Lennis. Okay, hi Michael. Thank you for pressing one. Okay, so this is something which is greatly because I think with some more interactions, then we can have the sessions more interactive. Okay, and then today our main session is about how to prevent suicidal thoughts. Okay, using the giant thinking system. Okay, so why we having this topic? Because I requested Peter to talk about this because I think today I saw on one of the newspaper, the Oriental Daily, okay, Chinese Mandarin newspaper. Yeah, I think actually for until now, until May, we have around 460 something, okay, person suicide. Compared to last year, the whole year is 600 something, okay, 600 something. So this is something very alarming, okay, very alarming. So I have decided, I think, ask Peter, how can we help? Okay, just now, I think we have another more depressing news. I think more our figure is quite high, okay, in Malaysia. So we get back, I think, close to the seven, okay, nearly to reach 7,000, okay. And then we have EMCO, I think, in the whole KL and Selangor. So I think this, I think, got more people depressed because I think we have already have the FMCO, but I think the figure still not going down, okay, really drastically. So I think this is something because it's already affected a lot of people. I think have a lot more stress due to you can't work, your financial stress, and then I think this kind of thing. So let me not waste any more time. I would like to invite Dr. Peter E.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Okay, the go straight to the point. The suicidal thought. Where does it come from? Okay, during this period of time, we have two crises. One is health crisis due to COVID. Another one, economic crisis due to MCO or MCO, EMCO, or the MCOs. People cannot work. There's no income coming in. Okay, as an employee, when there's no income coming in, saving limited, worry about where's the next meal coming from, where to find money to pay the house, home loan, car loan, the worry, the stress. Continuous stress may lead to depression, eventually suicidal thought, because the stress, worry, anxiety, and so on create a kind of hormone we call cortisol. Ancient time, our human nature, when we are under stress, threatened by animal and so on, our body can produce adrenaline and also cortisol. And adrenaline is very short, about a few minutes, it's over. But cortisol will continue. That is our human naturally build up the system as such. Now there's no more threatening animals, but we have another kind of animal, financial animals, economic animals that threaten us. Cannot sleep well because worry about where's the next meal coming on, where to find money, and worst of all, the bank. If you pay late by 1 or 2 months, the bank will continue calling. That will increase the stress. Or the car loan department, hire purchase, they will keep on calling. Morning one time, evening one time, and night another time. So it's very, very depressing. very stressed. When it's very stressed, over few months period, the more body cannot cope it anymore. Then go to depression mode, very low. And then after that, it's pain, some kind of pain, mental pain, that you plan to get it out from your body. But somehow, if a person using the normal mind, we call it for cell mind, you imagine how to strategize, how to get rid of the pain in the body. So nobody want to die actually, but they want to get rid of the pain. But somehow the planning may lead to suicide. Okay, somewhere experience as an employee, just now, my personal experience as a self-employed, suddenly no income coming in. I still need to pay rental. I still have to figure out how to pay my employee. I remember one of my first business, which is business training consultancy. 9 months, no income. Work very hard, produce a lot of modules, different kind of modules, but lack of marketing skill at that time become very depressing. Not only I lost opportunity cost, if I work with people 1 month at that time, my qualification already got master in business admin, I should be able to get a few thousand ringgit per month. I lost that opportunity cost, and part that I still had to add on the rental, the bills, and the two staff. Cost another few thousand there. All add up close to about 10K, 5 to 10K every month, negative for 9 months. So feel very, very painful and can't sleep well. At that time, I remember I have some suicidal thought. So this period of time, due to MCO, if you have no income coming in, the stress continue, and the MCO thing is still not over yet. When it's over, also don't know. A lot of uncertainty that may lead to stress. If you're using for cell mind, definitely the normal progression is stress, depression, suicidal thought, suicide. So now, how to use giant thinking system to overcome it? Giant thinking system is a creative idea, just like you let God find answer. Here we say it's giant thinking system. Okay, you ask your giant to help you to solve. Let your another mind. You free this kind of imaginary mind to imagine the bad things. So you let another mind take over to figure out a creative way, solution focus, answer focus, and listen to your inner voice for a creative idea to solve the financial problem. In business, just now, in business side, there's so many ways, creative idea. If you have debts rebate, you can let them, now got monitoring, at least it delayed the problem for a while. If you have supplier problem, you can talk to supplier, they can understand you because everybody is facing the same problem, delay payment. They won't kill you. Employee, discuss with employee. Rental, discuss with the owner. Delay payment. Keep some cash for yourself to survive. Cash flow is very important at this period of time. NCO will not be forever. It's temporary. In Mandarin, we call 过渡期. The most is 3 to 6 months. It's over. Okay. If you're involved in stock market, speculation, I gone through it. I was at Remaisia, 1996. Second board bull run. I was one of the top speculator. I stop all my client account, tell them my limit's up. My trading limit one day is about 1 million. So I stop all the account. I trade myself. I'm holding the keyboard. I use my name, my wife's name to trade. I made a lot of money at the early stage. But later stage, somehow the market collapsed. Whatever I made, I gave back and add some more. the rate at that time contract period 7 days. Within 7 days and within 1 week, the in and out can be few 100,000. So the rate of money disappeared is very, very fast in stock market. That also caused me have the suicidal thought. So if you are in that case, I see what life now. All that is temporary because of the stress, tremendous stress. Stock market the stress is too much. Cannot sleep at all during the contract period. So if you are involved in stock, if you lose money, compose your mind, look at the stock you are holding. If the blue chip stock give good dividends, you just hold on. And depends on your financial situation. If your financial situation, the money you use for invest or speculate the stocks using borrowed money, the lender is pressuring you now, or the interest is pressuring you, you may consider to reduce that stress by sell on rebound. Market go up and down. If the stock already down, you can reduce on rebound. Means a rebound, you reduce. Don't panic. When it's very low, you cut off everything, you lose everything. Not the wise step. When you rebound, you release a little bit. Rebound a little bit. To reduce the stress, financial stress. If you have the cash to hold, you hold longer a bit. Normally, especially the stocks already give bonus issue, as already the stock already diluted. You have many shares, so the price may drop to a certain level for a period of time before it come back again. And depends on the stock. Is it blue chip stocks, have good dividends, got future, you can hold long term if you have free money. If you are holding speculative stocks, which not much fundamental and so on, is the stocks already down, you sell on rebounds and cut it out and shift to other stocks or other financial vehicles like properties, which is more stable. Depends on the stocks and depends on your financial situation to get rid of the pain. As long as you're holding it, the pain is still there, it might affect your sleep. I gone through that very, very fast. Within 1 week, I lost more than 100,000. I made few 100,000 in the front, lost by a few 100,000, add another few 100,000 the later part. So most speculators, which call themselves investors, go through that because on average, 90% retail investors are the donors in the market to fund managers and professionals. Retail investors, I repeat, in the stock market all over the world, more than 90% retail investors are the donors, are the victims. The person really made money on the fund managers. So if you are retail investors, the probability for you to lose money is 90%. Unless you know some skills like professional trader, professional fund manager, that's another story altogether. So if you are one of them, if you have free money, you hold long term for blue chip stocks. Even you go down, it can come back one day. If there's no fundamental, you may cut it off, reduce, or shift to other thing to make back in other vehicles. No hope, stop, cut it off. If it is borrowed money, which has stress element in it, reduce on rebounds for stocks. So employee, stock investor. Now, property investor, I'm also property investor. I also gone through some of the stress, but not as much now. Especially those whole commercial property. Commercial property, as you know, rental is very high. The commitment bank also very high. Rental can be 10, 20,000, 1, 3 or 4 story shop office. But at the same time, bank installment can be more than 10,000 or 20,000 too. So when there's no income coming in, through the bank, all these payments you have to pay, it can be very stressful too. Those who are holding industrial property, even more stressful, you can 50 or 200,000 per month, the rental loss. and want to sell also cannot sell because no buyer at this point in time. Difficult to buyer lah. So for such cases, now got moratorium, go and apply. Take the moratorium to delay the payment. The moratorium is delayed payment. There's no interest during that, no compounding interest. Everything delayed for 6 months. Everybody can apply. Apply that if you're holding properties. Residential property has less problem because everybody also need a house over the head. So easy to rent it out. And it's more unique. The risk is lower, but of course, more tenant management work. So most of the suicidal thought or stress mainly caused by financial issue, lack of cash flow issue. From the giant thinking perspective, look for creative idea. There's not one way of solving problem. There's many ways, many possibility. You can ask people for help. Why hold on to your ego? For self-mind, ego is very high. So at this moment in time, is survival come first. Go to basic, go to fundamental. You need to survive. As long as you survive, you can make a comeback. In the stock market, that is our language. As long as we can survive today, we can make a comeback. We are dead, there's no more hope. So make sure you survive. So look for creative idea from your ISM, we call it inner self mind. Come out with idea. Ask for help. Humble down. Humility is also very important. It's one of wisdom for adaptability to continue survival. Ask for help. Worst of all, you have no food to eat. Now got a white flag, get a white cloth somewhere and put it out. Somebody or the retail chain 99 will come and help you. So definitely they will be able to help you because in nature, nature supports, but you must ask for help. Send out the message you need help. Humble yourself, and then you can also call out people that you trust. Don't simply call people. Don't call negative people. They'll kill you further. Call people you can trust. Call professional. There's so many help link. Call for help. People will help you. So stay strong and be humble. Be adaptable. Bad time is temporary. Good time will be another 10 years. Bad time maybe just 2020, 2021 is over. The most maybe early part of 2022. That's it, it's over. Good time will last for another 5 to 10 years. So learn to survive and sustain yourself, especially financially during this period of time. And financially not managing well at this period of time, as well as the cash flow management, may lead to relation problem. Relationship stress with spouse, because in the past go out to work and come back at home, but now MCO cannot go out, looking at each other and talk, already so stressful, give you stress some more. That compound effect, relationship need to manage too. If you can siam a bit lah, because siam means sometimes just don't fight back lah. Means that let them talk lah. It's okay. Or you go to your anger, do your own things and so on. You should be able to overcome relationship. Relationship problem is also caused by another factors. Marriage problem, relation problem may lead to divorce, separation, divorce. Financial normally lead to suicidal. Relationship also may lead to suicidal because of element of stress there. If the man involved with affair outside, it may affect the family too. So learn to manage it. If you need help, get a marriage counselor. There are many professional counselors out there. Some need some payment, some is free. If you have money, go for a professional one. Pay some money, you get some answers from them. Move where you go. If no money, there's so many welfare organization also provide marriage counselor from churches and from volunteers. So, any question? We like to answer your question.
Yes, so if you have any question, now is a good time to tap into Peter's giant thinking system so that he can give you some ideas and so that how you can benefit from that. Okay, so Peter, so at one shot you talk so many problems like money problem lah, investment problem lah, property problem lah, then relationship problem lah, then work problem lah, then business problem lah. Wow, so I think you make us more stressed. So okay, so I think now I think it's a time of a lot of stress lah. I think because I think just now you say the bad time is not long, but I think we already back more than 1 year. So I think this quite even though those who have I think our normal financial advice, you have 6 months of spare cash, but now all the spare cash finished already. So with you this time, I think due to this time, I think will you revise? I think because I think always I think we go for investment things. Make sure you have 6 months of spare cash before you invest. So what your thought on this? Should we revise this time or after this time? Wow, this one drag 1 month, 1 year plus 2 years already. So do you need to really have spare cash for 2 years before you go and invest?
Investors for so long we don't have this kind of thought of 6 months or 9 months, 12 months free cash to support the investment. I don't do that, but we have facilities. It's important thing is the cash flow management. As long as you know which asset to cover which liability, overall still give you positive cash flow, you are okay. Spare cash as a long time investors spare cash is not in my vocabulary. We are more on hedging, one hedge another.
So this means
level 1, level 2, level 3, we know how to hedge. We don't because spare cash it has not much of return kind of financial vehicles. So we go for higher return, but again we hedge one another. And worse, because investment we protect our own home. No matter what, we protect it because we need a place to stay in. But the investment outside, we not worry. Worst option and so on, we cut it out, we can sell it out at whatever cut loss and so on. It doesn't affect our life. The most important investment, it's just an asset or liability. You can sell it off, you can cut it off and so on to support the other. It still don't affect your life. Your life go on, but you have to protect the home you're staying in. If you can't even protect your own home staying in, you still need to protect you and your family member. Maybe you can sell it off and move to another smaller place for a while, temporary. Life have to go on, temporary, and then you can make a comeback when the economy improve, when the MCO over. That's always a way. Some theory can only use during good time. Normal time can use. During crisis, you have to use creative thinking. That's why we call giant thinking system. Something creative, something out of box thinking. 6 month saving, I think not many people has it now, especially the middle income track already negative.
I think even before MCO and normal days, I think most people don't have 6 months. I think even 3 months kind of saving. So so this is they already hedging during the normal days already. So I think that's another. Okay, so I think Christine Tam, I think how can we spot people with suicidal thought? Any indicator? People we capabilities, knowledge can be creative to adapt faster, but there are people may not have the skill or capability to move on in life after retrenchment. So Peter, what your thought on that?
So, yes, for those, Christine Tam is from Supermind. So, Supermind, we develop our participant, especially the heart, the sensing ability. So, you sense the person. If you, in terms of knowledge, you know, develop our job or facing business problem, cannot open the factories or shop and so on, and become very quiet. He isolate. Normally, Suicidal the top person started with isolation. He don't want to talk with people because he want to think how to, because of ego, he want to think how to solve himself, and then feeling very down. You can see, you can sense it. If there's any member or family in that kind of situation, you sense it. They are very down, very depressed. Talk to them. Ask them just, what can I help you? Is there anything you want to talk to me? Just listen. Don't judge them. You're stupid, whatever, scold them. No, did not this time. What they need is somebody willing to hear them. Whatever they say, just hear. Listening ear is a healing ear. And then give them support, emotional support. Remember the movie about the horse stuck in the pond? The encouragement they need. Energize them. They still have to help themselves to pull themselves out. Sometimes it's too heavy for us to help them. Yes.
But Peter, now last time I think we can see the person. So now all are we are social distancing. So we can't see the people. So I think now I think the to detect again compared to last time because last time I think we mix around and then we I think we know he hiding or she hiding. So but nowadays we are all social distancing. Okay, so this definitely will affect how we can detect. Not so easy to detect compared to last time because we don't mingle around, don't walk around. So everyone's locked inside their house. Okay, so I think the way how we can sense it, I think will be different, right? Okay, because I think last time I think easier lah because we work together and we know he's now is not working now or he don't come out, we don't mix around because we Joe for yam cha. But now I think we don't even have saw the person. I think not even our close family if we are staying far away. So this I think very hard for us to detect any way to improve on this.
Begin with the people around you first, your family member, and maybe your neighborhood, and then your relatives and friends, close friends that you know. If you cannot see them, you can feel them, because once the supermind is developed, you can hear them, you can feel them. Give them a call. Just ask, just talk. How are you? Everything okay? If they say okay, okay. If you're not, just listen to you. See what you can help. Sometimes what they need is just supportive. Sometimes people in that situation, when I talk to them, they are, oh, the government, oh, they start supporting the government, oh, so negative. That might affect you too. But understand their situation. Depressed people is due to that information. That's why in Supermind, we discourage all our members to listen to all the negative news. We got enough. Just know what's the negative news, but don't indulge in it for too long. Even COVID is new. Before the COVID killed the person, the fear of COVID already killed the person, make the person sick, not kill, make the person sick until the person cannot sleep. So bad news at this point in time, avoid lah. Depressed person, you talk to them, you know, you talk about bad news. Maybe you can help them by putting a bit more good news to them, some positive energy to neutralize that bad news. Maybe that's what we can do.
Yes, I think I have recently I think do some online yam cha, just a casual yam cha. I think is also a way. Because I think nowadays we don't yum cha what. So I do call out friends to I think which we normally yum cha. So as on to catch up lah. How and then asking, hey, how are you doing? So bring your own Milo, your coffee, your tea, and then your bread or your roti baka. Those kind of things. I think to have a casual chit chat and then talk some nonsense inside. So I think it's a way to you to connect back lah. Okay, because I think not just nothing because now I think we don't. It's not convenient to meet people because the COVID spreading. So, but I think we should always leverage on the technology like Zoom. Okay, Zoom. If you say, hey, I don't have a paid Zoom, so you can use Woof meeting, VOOV meeting. Okay, which is by Tencent, which is that one you can use for unlimited hours, so you don't need to jump in, jump out, compared to using Zoom lah. Okay, if you are talking for a long hour, so this is a way I think you can get in touch with people and then to notice whether your friend, your families are having problem. Okay, so because I think when you are face to face, I think you easy to sense whether Peter are faking it, and it's the smile like I want to smile, don't want to smile, or the really smile. So I think at least it's easier to detect than to what. And then at a casual environment, then you guys also can maybe can feel whether they are okay or not okay. So I think it's leveraging on the technology and also be the one who proactive, okay, to talk to your friend and then reach out, okay, so that you can have more things lah, so that we can detect this kind of things because we don't want have because sometimes I think they have people don't notice because you are busy with a lot of things, okay, but I think we are at a very alarming level because I think we can foresee because financial stress, okay, the business stress, and then the working stress, the career stress, okay. So this is definitely something we need to really take notes. I think, but I think we can by using Zoom or those kind of things have a casual talk. Then actually I think you can detect and then at least also I think improve because I think we are not meeting a lot of people, so I think we feel lonely. So when you are alone, so you think something which is a lot of different kind of things like your thought will come out. So that one I think you can do lah. I think most of us can do. So if you have any questions, okay, do post in the chat so that we can see how we can discuss and then tap into Dr. Peter Yee's mind, see how he can help you. Because I think now is a very challenging time. It's not easy, but I think, but it's always a way. Okay. So, but how about you? I think what can you do if you are in a better position? Okay, let's discuss because I think some of us I think in Supermind I think you are in and then some of our investor friends in multiple cloud I think they are in a better position I think which is maybe they are on their cash flow are more strong so they can lock down for 1 year. I think even though I think it's hurt their cash flow but I think they still can manage. How can actually you help? Okay, how can you help to so that I think we can avoid this kind of suicidal thought, or maybe you can have some early detection. Okay, so just share your thoughts, how you can help, and then what you plan to do or what you're planning to do lah. Okay, so now I think recently we have the white clots things. I think there's something is good, but I think it's always some go to some ego also. I think ego when certain kind of people they still don't want to receive help from other people. So Peter, what your thought about ego? Okay, when you are still facing people, you still have some ego, you still don't want to raise a flag, still don't want to ask for help. What causing that, and then what your advice on this? Peter, you need to unmute.
Mute.
Okay, unmute.
Okay. So the ego thing is a big issue. Some people they already a company boss, so ego is so big. Suddenly ask them to raise the white flag to ask for food, they will never do it. They rather die. than doing that. Uh,
No face. Oh.
no face. Especially those using, we call it the false self mind, the ego mind, we call it. So now is the time to learn to be humble. Look at nature. Everything is so humble. Like water, like ocean is so humble. When you're humble, you can learn, can receive so many rivers from all over go to ocean. Ocean is the lowest level. So learn to be humble. Now is survival. Make sure you survive. This kind of crisis is a big crisis. 20 years one. I remember 97, 98 is similar to this round. Very similar. The intensity and also the duration, almost the same. Every 20 years, one round, big one. Reflect human behavior. Those 20 years ago, myself, I relearned it 20 years ago. The 20 years younger than me, they are facing it now. The cycle repeated. Human behavior. The economic cycle due to human behavior.
So I'm the one younger 20 years ago. So now
You are lucky. You are not affected. So most people at your age, you're about 40, right? Affected. If you're
yes.
using Patzer or whatever calculation, the calculation based on birth date, that is the reason, because the cycle, human age,
Yes.
correlate with economy. So Leslie is a feng shui master and also the Pachi, what is it called? Master.
Yes.
So yes, it's based on birth date. It's because of that human behavior with within the economic structures. Actually, this is a systemic problem caused by in my opinion, personal opinion, we're all in a system. The system was created to track people every 20 years. So if you know, and understand the system, you can benefit from it rather than getting into it. 90%, 80% will be tracked by the system. Only 10, 20% will benefit from it.
Yes. I think the system know the human behavior. So I think the weakness of human behavior. People, I think, always the ego and then the false sales. I think so they have a wrong kind of mind or something like that. So they get played fooled by the bigger one. Those who know how the system work.
The capitalist system, the financial system created by capitalists. That's why the capitalists make the most money. When market collapse, they are the one who buy most. When it's maximum, they sell. So we have to learn from them.
So
Rather
we have
be based on emotion.
So we have to ride on their boat rather than ride on your own boat. So because I think the wave is too big, so you are small boat only, so you got got uh, hit by the wave, then you are gone. You have to follow their wave.
Now, talking about boat, whether you're sampan, a small boat, a big yacht or ship, low tide, all of the boat and ship all stuck. If you are the passenger inside, depends how much food you have, how much money you have to sustain you. The water will come back. High tide will come. It's a matter whether you can sustain yourself or not.
Yes. So you need to tahan first.
Yes, the cash flow. Do you have enough water to drink? Yeah, whatever the boat and big and small all stuck already. It's low tide. High tide will come. Everything will flow back again. But flow back again whether you are still alive or not. So this period of time, whether you like it or not, be humble. If you need help, ask for help. Don't keep everything to yourself. It's not the time to keep everything to yourself. Removing pain by having suicidal thought is also not the way, not the best way. You can remove the pain by asking someone already gone through it for second opinion to open up your mind, to enlighten you. Or you shift to another mind, ask God or ask a giant for creative possibility, how to get out of this temporary crisis. Ask for help, talk to friends that you can trust, talk to professional. There's so many volunteers out there willing to help you. The worst scenario, be humble, raise a white flag. People will send food to you. You will not die as long as you know how to survive in this kind of low tide kind of situation. Any question? You can ask any question. We will help to answer.
So average, I think I check on the news. Actually, we have average 3% suicide. So I think this is the statistic until May lah. Okay, total 468. So last year we have 631. So I think within 5 or 6 months, I think we have hit last year, I think suicide kind of things lah. So as Peter mentioned, I think the article here mentions the economic stress, family stress, and then the debt stress. So I think due to that, I think they have decided to suicide. Okay, so and then the statistic is suicidal is I think 1,427 is 2019 since now. Okay, so those suicide I think a lot of ladies, 1,427, and then men is around 281. So their age is 15 between 40. Okay, so Peter, any thoughts on this? I think I can notice here. I think a lot of ladies are more here, 1,427 compared to men, 281. So this is a statistic from 2019 until this year May.
Come again, your question, Leslie.
Okay, I noticed the statistic here. I think we have more ladies suicide. Okay, any thought on that? Quite surprised because I see I think 1,427 is ladies, and then 281 is male. Okay, and then the age is 15 to 40s. Okay, as I think just now you said, I think so most of them 15 to 40s. So the one who hit lah. Okay, I think like those who are 20 years ago already learned their lesson and survived. So now now this is another batch of people.
Why more lady than men? Also new to me. It could be due to lady are more emotional, less too take over by the emotion. I think too much emotion become very depressed very fast, and then become more suicidal thought. Could be that reason, but they do not know exactly what. But generally, under prolonged stress, mainly financial, can be relationship, can be due to health too. Certain sickness make the person feel pain or burden to other people, a sense of uselessness can also lead to suicidal thought. So if this is the case, in this period of time, if you have the element of feeling low or feel depressed before suicidal thought, do something to reverse it by make yourself useful. And rather than isolate yourself, talk to people, ask for help, call people to help you, and block all the source of stress. Those call always give you stress. Block it. No choice. You have to protect yourself now. And then go exercise. Make your body healthy again. Exercise and pay some attention to your diet and also the sleep. About sleep, those because the using the mind one, the logical mind, the ego mind, When it's working already, if you don't stop it, you go to sleep. You lie down there, actually the mind is working. We call it the conscious mind. You lie down, the conscious mind is working. Actually, you're not sleeping, you're not resting. So learn to shut off the conscious mind before you sleep. Means you go to sleep, let your conscious mind, you got to stop thinking about the issue. You need a good sleep. So much that tomorrow you wake up fresh, then you can overcome another day. You have more energy to think about how to overcome the problem, the financial problem mainly at this period of time. Don't worry too much about tomorrow. Learn, we in Supermind we call it go with the flow, meaning that like water keep on flowing. There will be obstacle in between the rock, the stone, something to wood or whatever block the water from flowing. But water keep on flowing. This way cannot another way. It keep on flowing. If not, they'll build up the momentum and eventually you push away the rock or the stones. So that is meaning go with the flow. In real life, go with the flow means that if you don't have the solution now, you just give yourself a bit more time. Let your supermind digest it, and the time will change. Today, the news so bad, EMCO, everything so bad. Another few more weeks, maybe another month, is completely another story altogether. Give yourself a little bit more time to flow. The situation will change. The environment will change. The news will change. The stock market depressed, suddenly it all go up again. You never know. I market very long time. I understand the behavior market. This round is consolidation. Already 3-4 months already. Another couple of months, it will bounce back, I guess. It's normal, because now it's collect contra losses more than myself. Also myself before I understand. Contra losses we take every bull run. After every bull run, we will take about 3 to 6 months to collect back on the contra losses. After that, no more contra losses. It's a new batch of speculators will come again. One group learn already go away, few is still there, a new group coming in. The cycle repeated. Human nature. Okay.
So they always got new market and new blood coming in.
Yes, there's always new market. Property market also same. If you're holding wrong property and so on, no income, no hope for capital acquisition in future, even this kind of time, you really need money. You really need money. You may cut it off also. Even at lower price, doesn't matter. You pull out the capital, you can reinvest a better property, even lower. Something like that. Stock market also the same. You can shift. Don't have to hold on to the bad one for too long. Good one you keep.
So Peter, I think
yes.
Since I think let's talk some more positive thing. I think so. Do you see it is more opportunities and now because I think it's already dragged for 1 year, so it is at this time. So if you're financially okay, so I think you are not severe affected. I think most people now I think everyone affected, but only small portion not. So what your view on the investment, I think like property and stock, what your take on that? So I think will it create more better opportunity at this time compared to I think last few years when the market is high, good, and then everything is okay.
Okay, coming to stock market, and last year March and April is bottom. Now already rebounds up. It's a V curve as predicted. For property market, due to oversupply, overbuild, it look like this round is U curve. U curve means that it will drag a little bit longer before it's not sharp rebound, but it will rebound, drag for a few years before coming up. What I see, property market 2020, 2021 stock market rebound. Property normally lag behind stock market by 6 months to 18 months. Let's say this round go maximum 18 months. meaning that stock already rebound now. Another 6 to 12 months from now, property market will follow. 2021 now, 6 months, another 6 months, probably the better window of opportunity to invest. It is during this period of time. Invest slowly over the next few years. 2021, 2022, 23. Invest upward, begin with auction market, sub-sales market, eventually primary market. The best time to invest in primary market is during spring, because sub-sale project or primary market, once you invest, it takes few years to complete. So after spring, the summer will follow. So this is what I see in property market. Has a lot more potential. Stock already rebound, so the rate of going up some more is slow. Property, stock market up, property is still on the low. May low some more before it come back again. So it's a better time to consider property from now on. The cost we done last year, remember? The strategy, stock and property investment strategy. We invest in stock first last year. The rebound already slowly reduce stock, and we invest into property slowly. There is a structure for VC.
So now the timing for stock is over. So now the timing is to shift to property, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think so. This some special tips for you who are those who are inside here. So you get what Peter have said. So now is a good time to look into properties. So I do agree on that. I think because I think we have also some indicators due to the printing of money, due to the inflation of building material. I think, and then just because of depressed environment. So I think. But I think the cost of everything is inflation is high. So, but due to the demand is low, so I think everyone is trying to keep the sales going by lower down their margin. So when I think when everything's more stable, I think that the inflation will catch up very fast, right, Peter?
Yes, I agree with Leslie. You see, the economic principle, the price is determined by supply and demand. Property is oversupply at this point in time. Lack of demand. MCO, no money. Demand, reduce. The supply is there. People need to sell to exchange the property for food. So the oversupply at this point in time. So the price will remain low for a period of time until it's fully digested. Supply and demand determine the price. Temporary down. In a long term, property is up due to relative to the currency. We call fiat money. Fiat money, the paper money, the more you bring the money, the more supply of the money related to asset, the real value of money will go down. The asset price will go up. Long term, all the asset will go up. Property, paper asset, the price will go up. During the imbalances of supply demand, more supply than demand, the price will go down temporarily, but long term is to go up.
Good. So you guys do take note of that. I think now I think even though I think we are in a crisis, so I think last year I think we have a call crisis investment class. I think by Peter. So I think just those who are students, I think they already know how it's done. But I think Peter thinks now is not the timing, so I think he won't do it again on on the class. So I think those are the one time kind of thing. I think two class. I think we have two classes. Two class. So those jump on the board. So you are very lucky. So you know, I think one of the cyclical investment method. Okay. So I think for those who are joined us last year, I think they are the lucky one to know about this. Okay, I think something to add on my side, because I think recently I have one friend contacted me regarding, I think she have some problem. I think she have some health problem, so she can't really work over the years. But I think the parents have left her a house, so she got some rental income to survive lah. So, but during the MCO, due to she need to use money, that one is a shock. Okay, she rented out. But I think the tenant request for reduce of rental, but she didn't reduce. Okay, and then because she also need money lah. Okay, at the same time. So, but I think recently, she just contact me. My tenant don't want to rent already. Again, due to I think because of a challenging environment. So she feel very sad and then don't know what to do. Okay, so I just listen lah, because sometimes we can't really help much. So I do help her on one thing is I think because I think now is something as a challenging that is actually not easy to get new tenant at a short time, and also I think due to FMCO a lot of things you want to do renovation, you want to go viewing, you want to go even I think for us as a real estate agent, myself is also in the real estate business. I think most of my colleagues they are unable to go viewing. Okay, so two things I think due to be afraid of getting COVID. Second thing I think the management and then the we don't have the letter to do it. So to avoid the summon. Okay, I think the penalty. So because if the penalty is high, because I think it's not quite worth it lah. So to take the risk. So have advised her to talk, but I think not sure whether she can able to keep. I think you maybe if you can at least you get some money for a few months, and then before when the situation may stable, at least you can lesser is better than nothing lah. So my advice to her. I also I think give her some advice on how maybe using some metaphysics kind of things. Just at this time, I think her financial is not so good. So just and then she also her own stamina also not good due to she is sick. She has some disease. So I asked her to clean up certain sector. I think two sector. Please take note if you want to have something. If you are okay, clean your house. Okay, I think take the time to clean up the house so that you build out some positive energy. So open up the windows so let the energy, the wind come in. So we have a very fresh kind of energy inside. So clean up and then make it tidy. Okay. If you are unable to clean up the whole place, start with two sector. Okay. So northwest sector and then north south sector. Okay. See none. Okay. No. See. Let me southwest sector and northwest sector, these two sector. Okay, so clean out these two first. This one will help you have a clear mind. Okay, clear mind, and then your cash flow will be better. Okay, so these two, and then your mind, and then and then it's cover the ladies and guys at these two sector. So at least you are when these two, and then your relationship also can be better. And also if you know about Jiu Gong facing, okay, the flying star, yearly flying star. So if you didn't do the things, I think you have two sector that you can check out, and then use some salt water, put it on and then with some brass, okay, tong, okay, and then water, and then use something like glass things to hold it. Okay, so if the place have some bad energy, it will have some oxidation. So this you can put it on the two sector. Okay, so which is the north sector. Okay, and then southeast sector. Okay, these two, because this one I think is will eliminate the energy of sickness and bad luck. So this is some simple and cost-effective way of reduce this kind of negative energy, so that you have more energy to sustain. Because I think a lot of you, if you are those who are facing financially problem, I think this one can help to reduce, okay, those impact. Okay, at least they can sustain and then go through this period of time. Okay, so Peter, any things to add from your side?
maybe more than 90% of the stress, depression, and also some of the suicidal thought may caused by the financial stress. So we focus on the 90% of the problem now. In order to solve that, the financially, you look at your asset and liability. Try to reduce as much liability as possible. If you cut, decrease. Pull up some of the cash to support. If investment, either stock property is the same, or in business, you identify asset that still got income, passive income coming in. The liability means that outflow, money out. So reduce outflow at this point in time as much as you can. And then to give you more cash in hand to sail through another 3 to 6 months. At the same time, look at your P&L, the income expenses, do some restructuring. What can be reduced, what need to restructure, focus on survival. Okay, unnecessary you reduce. Make sure you survive. All the material outside, you can make it back. One day you can let go now. When the economy good, you can buy back more. So do some financial restructuring. And then use some creativity. What to eliminate totally and what to recreate. So much so that the new creation is a new adaptability to this new environment, either in business or investment. New strategy and new action plan forward. Because with the MCO thing, the whole structure has changed. Business structure, investment structure, and lifestyle will change. So you need to adapt accordingly, just like water. Wherever flow depends on the environment. Environment change, it change. That's what I would like to add a bit more here. And then for now, it's more than 10 o'clock already. We would like to take another 1 or 2 questions and then we close tonight.
And
Northwest,
so,
southwest.
yes, I think this two sector which you need to clean it up. Okay, thanks, Dennis, for putting it down.
Any question? We'll take another 1 or 2 questions and then we close tonight.
Yes, I think due to the environment have changed, as Peter have mentioned. So now I think we need to adapt, see what you can't do now. So now we can't meet people and then we are locked down. So, but I think what we have is online and then technology. Okay, at this time I think even though we are locked down, but we are still got a lot of entertainment. We can see movie, we can go online, we can see Facebook, TikTok. So many things can be done. It's actually not that bad at this time, at this kind of era when you are under lockdown. So compared to last time we don't have internet. So but I think is see what can be done. Okay, I think I think like Peter said, I think ask your giant. Okay, for those who are in our class, ask your giant. So how can I integrate what I have? Okay, maybe I think last time your business is on offline. So how can you conduct it online? How can I find way to find new customer? How can I find way to make the transaction close through online or through technologies and then through things and then explore on that. And then if not, I think nowadays, I think a lot of business can be do online. If you don't know, go and learn. Go to YouTube and search. I think go to Facebook and search. I think a lot of information there for you to learn and apply it. Okay, so rather than just rating, okay, rating. So I think we have changed from offline. I think previously we have our training on offline. We used to like to enjoy after the session. I think we meet people, then have lunch and then have dinner to meet people. But I think due to the pandemic, we have no choice to go online. and then to still deliver our message, our knowledge, then to help others through this. Okay, so I think since no any questions, I think we will end for tonight's session. So do help us.
Let me add a little
Peter,
bit
can.
before Leslie close. So according to the survival theory by Charles Darwin, it's not how strong you are, but it's how adaptable you are to survive. Learn to be adaptable like water. Okay, follow the flow, you will be okay. Okay, I pass back to Leslie to close tonight.
Thank you, Peter. I think one wisdom word I think which always heard from me is follow the flow. So now the flow is blocked. Okay, the flow is blocked. So then since it's blocked, just stagnant there and then wait until you find some small hole. Okay, so 滴水石穿 in the Chinese saying. 滴水石穿. So it takes some time, but I think at least you just take it easy at the time to relax and then a bit and then find new ways, learn new things, and then be prepared for the next cycle. Okay, so it's always I think when you have nothing to do, it's a time for you to rearrange, re-strategize, relearn. Okay, so that you can prepare for the next wave. Okay, so now is the timing will come, as Peter said, because it's cycle. So that's based on mine, and then based on my study on astrology, yes, it's a cycle. So everything is a cycle. So I think if you know the cycle, what go down will go up again. What's go up will go down again. Simple, but not so simple. Okay. So this is something like which we want to share with you for today. So if you enjoy today's session, do share with your friends so that they can catch up the replay. And then also join our Facebook group and also our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. So do help us to like, share, and comment, and then so that more people can join us. So do join us for the next week, okay, for another session of Supermind Life and Mastery Academy. So we hope to see you again. Bye.
Okay, bye.